Welcome to Manager EDU. Today, I will continue the lecture about a financial formula series that is internal rate of return, which is also called IRR. Internal rate of return is the discount rate at which the net present value, or NPV, will become zero. I will teach you with a simple example that I have already described in the NPV video. For example, you are starting a Bitcoin mining project which will need $1,000 investment. The project will continue for 5 years. At the end of the first year, it gives you a return of $300. Second year, $400. Third year, $450. Fourth year, $350. And the final year gives you a return of $370. If we simply sum all these future returns and deduct the initial investment of $1,000, the total simple profit is $870. But we will not calculate it as simple as that. We will calculate it from a financial manager's point of view, because the value we earn in the future may not have the same value today due to inflation, earning potential, and risk factor. For example, if inflation is 3%, earning potential from keeping money in a bank is 5%, and we also add a risk factor of 2%, then our discount rate might be 10%. As calculated, the simple future value profit was $870. But if we apply a 10% discount rate, which will be calculated by a financial manager, the net present value of the future cash flows becomes first year, $300 discounted at 10% equals approximately $273. Second year, $400 discounted equals approximately $331. Third year, $450 discounted equals approximately $338. Fourth year, $350 discounted equals approximately $239. Fifth year, $370 discounted equals approximately $230. When we sum these present values and subtract the initial investment of $1,000, the NPV becomes approximately $410. So, as a financial manager, we consider the NPV, not the simple future value. Now, what is IRR? Let's understand it with our example. We have net cash flows from the project for 5 years. When we apply a 10% discount rate, we get a positive NPV of about $410. But if we apply a 20% discount rate, the NPV becomes positive but smaller, approximately $106. Finding the discount rate at which the NPV becomes exactly zero is called the internal rate of return, or IRR. Let's calculate it in a table. The first column is year, second column is cash flow, third column is discount factor at 20%, and fourth column is present value of cash flow. The project is based on 5 years. Initial investment is $1,000 at year 0. The cash flows per year from year 1 to year 5 are $300, $400, $450, $350, and $370. For understanding discount factor, watch my video on NPV. At 20% discount rate, we calculate the discount factors and multiply them by the cash flows. After summing all the present values and subtracting the initial investment, we get an NPV of approximately $105.68, which is greater than zero. Now we increase the discount rate to 30%. When we calculate the NPV at 30%, we get approximately minus $105.52, which is less than zero. Now we have both values, one above zero and one below zero. This means the IRR lies between 20% and 30%, approximately 25%. But it can be calculated more precisely using the linear interpolation formula. The formula is IRR equals R lower plus NPV lower divided by NPV lower minus NPV higher multiplied by open bracket R higher minus R lower close bracket, where R lower is lower discount rate equals 20% or 0.20. R higher is higher discount rate equals 30% or 0.30. NPV lower is NPV at lower discount rate equals $105.68. NPV higher is NPV at higher discount rate equals minus $105.52.
First of all, let's put the data in the formula. Lower discount rate equal to 20%. NPV at lower discount rate equal to 105.68. NPV at higher discount rate equals minus 105.52, and higher discount rate equals to 30%. Now, let's calculate the equation. First of all, we have minus 105.52. Minus signs are multipliers, it will become plus. Then 30% minus 20% equals 10%. 105.68 plus 105.52 equals to 211.20. 105.68 divided by 211.20 equals to 0.50038. Multiply 0.50038 by 10%, so we get 0.050038. Then add to lower discount rate 0.20, so we get 0.25 approximately, or 25%.
So, using linear interpolation formula, we get IRR equals 25%. However, when we calculate the same data with a computer such as Excel, we get a more accurate answer of approximately 24.57%. Why the difference? Because linear interpolation assumes a straight line between the two NPV points, but the actual relationship is curved. To get a more accurate result, we take discount rates that are closer to zero NPV. For example, if we use 24% and 26%, at 24% discount rate, NPV is approximately $12.35. At 26% discount rate, NPV is approximately minus $29.63. Then, applying the same interpolation formula, we get IRR approximately 24.59%. which is very close to the computer's answer of 24.57%. So, the discount rate at which the NPV becomes zero is approximately 24.57%. This is a manual calculation, but it is near to the computer calculation because we took discount factors whose NPV is closer to zero. So, use caution to get the most accurate answer. This IRR calculation means that our project has an IRR of about 24.57%. Compare this to our initial discount rate of 10%. Since the IRR is much higher than the discount rate, the project is quite good and profitable. That was all about IRR. I hope you understood it well.